Hi everyone, my name is Kathleen and this is my husband Bipo. We are the Minds and you are now watching One on Onesie, which is a play on words between one, which is like a conversation that we do for a podcast and we are wearing onesies. So yeah, welcome back. So my first question, what stresses you out the most when traveling?
Ikaw na.
I think traveling itself stresses me out. The planning and everything, especially because I've been traumatized from our experience when we went home to the Philippines in 2022 to have our wedding, and I had to like make sure that our COVID statuses were clear, that we had the vaccine, had to plan for the wedding and everything. So all those like little details, the planning part stresses me out. That's why I think we haven't traveled much because financial reasons, but also the logistics of it is such a big huge responsibility, and I still feel like that tremendous amount of pressure, and because of so many things did go wrong when I tried to plan like this huge thing before, I'm still really afraid of all those things happening again. So mostly the logistic sides of traveling scares me the most.
I don't stress out much because I don't plan. I just show up. I carry the bags. So the only thing is probably when like we're trying to get somewhere and we don't have time. Like we need to get to the airport like 2 hours before, but then we don't really make it 2 hours before for some reason, or like plans falling through. Like we made this good plan and then when we get there we find out that it's not gonna happen. So but yeah, other than that I don't really stress much.
Yeah, which is like a good balance for the both of us because I will stress over so many things, but he stresses like he's very good at dealing with problems right then and there, which is great. Because if it was like the other way around, or if I had all of the problems, then that would be difficult for both of us. That was nice. Okay.
Now that you're working out, what's the difference in your feeling, in your physique, in your day to day?
Ikaw na. So yeah, context. I have never been like a sporty person. We started the gym late March of this year, so we've been working out. Only doing about 3 months now, so I do feel so much better. It's not just a physical appearance thing for me. I told you from the start I didn't want to work out because I wanted to lose weight and look really really nice, but I just wanted to feel better. So I'm glad that like we can make it out up our stairs. We live in the third floor, by the way, so it was tiring to get up the stairs and we would be breathless. But we went up the stairs the other day and we were having like a full on conversation and we were fine when we got to our flat. And so it's like little things, and I get really really anxious, which I haven't been as much since we started working out. I've had more energy to do things like at work, my mentality, and even though we're putting more effort into things and we're physically doing more things, I have more energy because it's like a healthy sort of exertion, and it comes back, and I I do enjoy it, and it's nice because we get to do things outside of the house. I know you hate leaving the house, but it's nice, like a parallel play that we do because we like to do things separately, but it's like in another place, like you do your like cable machine things and I like to run and lift a bit. So I'm really glad that I finally listened to you. I'm just sad that what pushed me to do this was because our blood results weren't very nice, and I feel like I was forced to do it, but I'm so really thankful that I've done it, and it's really fun going to the gym with you as well most of the time. How about you? What's the difference? I know that you've been going to the gym before, um, but you haven't. When we started dating, we you haven't really been very physically active. How does it feel now to get back into it?
I'm not physically active still. I just like the changes that it has gone through my body.
So you're on the opposite end. You like the more of the physical
Yeah.
appearance of
Because
things.
I'm starting to look good again, except for the belly, because it's hard to shave off the belly.
Yeah, because you drink Coke like every meal. You
Yeah.
have dessert every
But then
time.
all my gains are coming back. So
I think because you've always had those, like we talk about a lot, like you do have the abs and everything. It's just that you haven't been working out.
no, because before it was just pudginess, and now there's like clearly defined toning.
Which you're proud of.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit narcissistic to go to the gym because you won't. You have to track your gains to see how much you've changed. So if you don't look in the mirror and be a narcissist, you won't notice, or you won't undergo, like you need to work X amount of time with X amount of effort to get in shape.
And because you're seeing your progress physically and you can really see the difference, it encourages you more, and it also sort of gives you the positive feedback that you need to keep going. Oh, that's nice.
True.
Say this. Okay, so we're both like really huge Harry Potter fans, and that's like one of the first things that we really talked about and brought us closer as a couple and as friends. So, of the 7 books, which one is your favorite? And why? Me first? You go first. My favorite is and always will be The Prisoner of Azkaban. Because, not just because of the movie, but I think the presence of the Time Turner really like changed the way I perceived the book. And it was really nice because I think even then when I was younger, it was the turning point of the story, that it wasn't just going to be like this, there's magic and things, and he goes to school and then he comes back home and then there's like a different thing every year, which is still what happens, but there's like a deeper cut to it, and it becomes darker from there. And I really like that it Prisoner of Azkaban showed a lot of like Harry's parents' past, and we learned about the Marauders and everything. So I really do like Prisoner of Azkaban because of that. I do enjoy all of the books, but for some reason I will always say the 3rd book is the best for me, or my favorite. How about you?
Half-Blood Prince. Is that the one with Umbridge, right?
Order of the Phoenix is Umbridge.
5th book.
5th book is Order of the Phoenix. Oh my gosh, you're losing it! Half-Blood Prince is 6.
Oh, okay. No,
he
probably
never makes like Harry Potter mistakes.
Goblet of Fire or the 5th book, because the 5th book, or the Fred and George and the Peeves one that didn't make the movies. That was my favorite part. Like when Peeves salute to Fred and George when they left.
Oh yeah, they give them help.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. But 4th is when it transitioned from a children's book to like with adult themes, because in the 4th book is when someone actually died.
Oh, true.
Because when Cedric died, that was the first time, and then 5th, 6th, 7, a lot of people died.
Yeah.
So it went from a children's book from 1, 2, 3 to like adult themes from 4, 5, 6, 7.
I really, really like Goblet of Fire as well because you got to learn about the other schools. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then there was a ball. I love that there was a ball. So yeah.
But 5th was like I think I like it more than the 4th because 4th it only happened like in the end part of the book. But yeah, the tournament thing was fun. But the 5th book was like, it was like really oppressive inside his own home because Hogwarts was his home, and he felt really like oppressed in his own home. So yeah, 5th book was my best one.
Yeah, and I'm sad that not a lot of people know about how great Order of the Phoenix is because the movie didn't do it justice in any way. Because there's so many things were left out, like the struggles of them, like what Hermione did, like everything. So that's really nice that you mentioned Order of the Phoenix.
And then there was like, and then when they started, Fred and Weasley were inventing stuff. That was the first time, and then they were studying for their OWLs.
Oh, yeah. They didn't even show that very much.
So a lot was happening, and he was thinking, like, studying or, going against Umbridge.
That
There
was
was a
really
lot
cool.
of stuff.
It was nice about the teaching everyone how to do like the Patronus, and it's not just about teaching them the spells, but like going into your memories and emotions and pulling that out of you, because not everyone is powerful enough to make a Patronus, but they all learn that themselves. So yeah. But in the movie, it was just like, think happy thoughts and you can make a Patronus. But it's actually like a lot more than that. Okay, that was go.
So, with how hectic the dating scene is now, do you still think that the person should still ask, will you be my boyfriend/girlfriend? Does the question still need to be asked?
I think of myself as very open-minded and sort of progressive, but I still have those traditional values, and I think even more now, I know how easy it is for people to like find partners. Well, maybe not partners, but people to date. But it's so much more difficult now to find a partner or even to establish a serious relationship. So I think it's more important now to ask that question, or to set then and there and say, oh, actually we're dating, but when it gets serious, I do need you to ask me to be your girlfriend, or I myself will ask, can we be. It doesn't necessarily have to be, will you be my girlfriend, will you be my boyfriend. It should just be like, they should have the conversation of, we're not just dating, but we're taking this seriously. And I think that's really important, because we were dating for a while, but I still told you that I still wanted to be asked to be your girlfriend, because one, the romanticism of that, of all of that, of being asked, but also to establish that this is a serious thing, and if you say it, you're more likely to commit to it as well. Because nowadays, not from me personally, but I think I can only imagine how difficult it is to find someone who will want to stay and commit with you when it's so easy to find someone else. Yeah. How about you?
I don't think you should ask the question anymore. And I think it should be like, it should be just like mentioned. For example,
Mm.
I asked you out,
Mm.
so do you wanna go to the movies? So I initiated,
Mm.
and then we start dating,
Mm.
and then at the end of the line, if you want us to have an exclusive relationship, like you just mention it offhand or something like, I'm so lucky that you're my boyfriend, and that will be like we're exclusive because I've already asked you out. So
you're already putting into
yeah,
the effort.
I've already putting myself out there for that. So if I ask you again, it's like double.
Yeah.
With no effort on your part.
That's true. That's true.
So the ball's, so when I've asked you out, the ball's now in your court. So
true.
if you want us to be exclusive, then you tell me like we're boyfriend girlfriend. Because it's only fair.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just a continuous wooing of one person, but a relationship takes two people.
That's true. That's true.
So it's just me going after you all the time, which is not really good for relationships nowadays.
No. That's true.
That's why I think no, it shouldn't be asked anymore. Especially now that people are like dating not just one person at this, they're dating multiple people at the same time. And when you tell someone like you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, then that means it's exclusivity. Or even if you call them your boyfriend, that doesn't mean it's exclusive, and you need to mention the word exclusive. But then whoever asked who out, whoever was asked out needs to be the one who says we're in a relationship.
Yeah, I think you made like really valid points, which I see now. I think I said that in a way. I'm just reflecting on our relationship, and I said, "Oh, I still want you to ask me to be your girlfriend because I've grown up to like an environment and a culture that the girl can't really initiate very much, but the only way I could tell you that, oh, I actually do want to be your girlfriend is to tell you, ask me, and I will say yes. But nowadays it's always better to have that conversation, and I do see your point that the most heterosexual relationships, the man is always putting in the effort, and it should be the women who will sort of solidify that. But I can also see why it's difficult for women, because like you just mentioned, people are dating multiple people, and sometimes when it was very easy with us because I think we were very honest and open with each other even from the very beginning, but the dating scene now isn't as easy, and we were friends as well for a while before we started dating, so we already had a bit of foundation, while nowadays people are dating multiple people like on months on end or even years. But because there is no like proper conversation, there's no foundation to it, and we saw each other regularly as well because we worked together. Some people are just like dating someone who is like an hour 2 hours away, they see each other regularly, but you never really know more than what the other person tells you. So I do believe in what you say, that the person who is wooed or the person who is asked out should confirm that yes, I actually do want a exclusive relationship with you, to sort of like bring you had the metaphor of like the balls in the court kind of thing, sort of just to take the ball out of the court, and it's not a game anymore, and then they start to build on the relationship. But it's just really difficult for some people, but it's nice that we're talking about it, and then we can discuss this maybe with more people, and hopefully that happens.
Because I believe in I'm a feminist, and I believe in equality with women and men. So yeah, that's why it shouldn't be like, I mean, there should still be a courting process. If you're just a romantic, that's just normal. but the dating scene now, there's not really much of that anymore.
No.
But another thing, it's so grade school, high school, asking the question. It's like writing on a paper that, would you be my girlfriend, and then you put a checkbox, yes or no.
Yeah.
I mean, we're adults, we're grown-ups.
It should be a conversation, not just a question.
Yeah. Because there's still like a chance of rejection if you ask the question. So it would be best if, like, don't waste my time. Let's date, and then if you don't feel like you want me like as your boyfriend, you just tell me. Rather than we date for 5 months and then I ask a question and then you're like, I don't know yet. No. So it's like, it's not fair for the person that's wooing as well. Because he keeps asking, you keep saying no, you keep, baiting.
Yeah, again, we have to go back to, there should be a discussion, there should be a conversation, because like what you said, sometimes maybe 5 months isn't enough time for a person to get to know, to make a decision. But you have to have that discussion of like, I'm not sure yet because this and this. Can we work on this so that we both know together how we will be like in a relationship, rather than just say, oh, no, I'm not sure, I think you have to date me more, things like that. Yeah, I'm just really right now, I'm just like really thankful that I met you, and then because we went into a relationship without knowing like a lot of things about each other, but then again we did connect, I feel like, on a deeper level for me, in a way that I couldn't explain at the time. And I'm just really happy that turned into like a really good thing, because I got to know you and your character and everything. And because chemistry is really, really important, that does bring two people together, but you have to be able to communicate with each other, and then you have to accept the person as all of how they are as well. And sometimes it takes more than 5 months, but if within those 5 months you feel that connection with that person, even though you don't know them fully, then you can work on building that together. Because you will never, I think that's the problem with like people nowadays, because it's so easy to find, like, maybe swipe right, find a new partner. You keep thinking, oh, I don't like the way they dress, I don't like their thoughts on this subject, because we do have a lot of arguments, both of us, because we have differing views. But essentially the thing that gives, that we agree upon the most, our values, that's where we sort of have the same value. So the other things don't really matter. But because people dating nowadays, because it is so quick, they're like, oh, I can find someone else. That's the problem. Sorry, I was like rambling there.
Yeah, but I don't think like chemistry is as important as like mathematics or science.
Okay, we'll end it there. So that has been another session with Onesie. So cute. And this has been Kathleen and Beepo, and we will see you again next time. Like and subscribe.